What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs and YouTube? Cthulhu the Dark One back with another toy review. So I'm going to be taking a look at the 2012 Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead. And I'm really conflicted on this one. I really want to love this toy. And I'm real flip-flops on it. I will go ahead and start by saying I have added some Sharpie details on him. The black in his knee pads I added. The blue stripe on his leg to make him more show accurate. The little skull and lightning bolts on his pec chest thing to make him more show accurate. Colored the top in with red, even though technically it's pinkish purple in the show. And attempted to make that yellow. This was just gray on the sides. But the Sharpie isn't dark enough or bright enough or whatever, it doesn't cover it enough. And also filled in the black, like from halfway back you can kind of see it's actually two different tones of black there. From backwards, filled in with a Sharpie. But face value out of the package, I'm like, I saw him on the shelf and I'm like, that's awesome looking, very show accurate. I mean, he's even just a smidge shorter than Mikey, which is show accurate. I mean, could be really accurate. He would only come up to like Mikey's shoulders, but that'd be a really small toy. But you know, he's still technically shorter than Mikey, so that's accurate on that respect. Overall detail, other than what I added, pretty good. And he looks awesome. Like, he's a cool looking little metalhead. And that's about where it stops. Like I said, I really want to like this thing, but it just kills me about this line. How like the turtles themselves, the 4 turtles, are like the absolute best figures in the line as far as posability, looks, and everything. Which I guess, if nothing else, thank God they are. But like okay, first off, I'll just go ahead and I'll just show you. Like, let me pan the camera up a little bit. Like, even on the back of the package, in his little picture, and like in the show, he had a transformable gun in for one hand, and you know, and then the other one he like flamethrower, which they kind of work in with the little this thing I'll get to. But like right there in the package, it shows it, gun hand. All I would have had to do, I would have settled for a nice little, just pop the hand off, put that little thing on. I mean, it's on the package, you know, it's little things like that. But he does have his flamethrower, missile, red booger launcher, and it's not, I mean, you can see, it's just a hole through his arm. Like, there's no spring mechanism, it sticks out when you load it in, and all you do is, it's really old school, you would just flick it from behind, and, you know, bleh. Which, in retrospect, some other reviewers have pointed out, you know, A, they may not have been able to fit a spring gimmick in here. B, if they did, it would have been really small, really tight. And when you fired it, God knows where the missile would have went. But, yeah, it's just so kind of half-assy to me. Like, I don't know. You know, like I said, I really want to like this guy. And then there's the lack of posability. His head is pretty good. I mean, aside from it hits his, and I do like the little detail, like the manhole cover for his shell, you know, and the little wiring, and despite what I added, you know, he's got that little danger, explosive symbol, the arrow, like, other than the stuff I added, he's 100% correct. I love the look of him, but that's, like I said, I really want to love this little guy because he's so awesome looking. And he was so cool in the show. But, like, anyway, his head does rotate a little bit. Like I said, it catches on his shell. You can kind of finagle it around. Pretty good range of movement. And then that's probably, other than his legs, the best part. Because his shoulders, all they do is turn. He doesn't have any in and out. No elbow. On this one, because of the gimmick, I'll sort of excuse it, but not really. Each wrist does turn. But, like, I mean, like, the picture on the back of the package, you saw it. All you need is a little shoulder joint and switchable hand, and you could have him in an awesome, just like on the back of the package pose. But no, you can't do that. No waist articulation whatsoever. Not, that's a minor gripe to me. The legs are actually as articulated as the other turtles, but because of his molding and just kind of how short and bulky he is, it's a little hindered. But you do get the full range of movement. You do get a really good knee joint, considering how bulky he is. And his feet. This line kills me. I love the show, and overall, I love the toy line. Don't get me wrong. But, so far that I own, the worst is definitely the Foot Soldier. Close second to that is the Krang, which I haven't reviewed yet, and that'll be coming soon. But, like, it's just like, why? Why can't you have a standard set of articulation and posability for all your toys? I just don't get it. That to me is what sort of hurts this line as a whole. Like you see my review of the Foot Soldier here on my channel, and in this playlist, actually, he can't even barely stand on his own power. And it's like, I sit in that, I think a toy should at least be able to stand under its own power. And at least the Crane can do that, barely. But anyway, I mean, overall, yes, he's worth it. Because, like I said, if nothing else, he does look really good with a set of the figures. It's just, for posability, playability, I guess, I guess if you got a really good imagination. But just simple little things, man. Overall, I'd say it's worth it. These things are only about $8. You can catch them on sale. Like, I actually got him on sale for $7 at Target, but it's just, it's just one of those things. Like I said, I really want to love this guy because they really got, like, everything they need to get about him. His shortness, his kind of faux cuteness, he's a horribly destructive robot. I just felt that they fell short on posability and possible better accessories other than a stupid flick missile. And in case you're wondering, if you don't know how tall Michelangelo is, there they both are, next to a can of Coke. So they're both actually really short figures, but I mean, like I said, I want to love this guy, and for the most part, I do. A little bit of customization, add a couple little more details that they didn't have on the show. Like I mentioned earlier, blue stripe, black dots on his knees, top of his head, attempted yellow on the headband. Just so you know that's just blank gray out of the box. And attempted pink, purple, just something on the top of his head. So I just used red since that's the only Sharpie I had. And his little symbol on his chest there. It's not bad, it just could have been better. And I hate it when toys do that. Like, they just fall short of their potential. But needless to say, I am not a toy designer, and, well, at the end of the day, I still bought it, and it's up on my shelf. So I guess I really can't complain that much. But anyway, it's been a look at Metalhead.